What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video we are going to discuss the current Bitcoin dump that occurred last night on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going to discuss what happened and what I think will happen in the upcoming days. Will this dump continue towards the downside, or will we see a massive bounce towards the upside, towards new highs for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, is what we are going to discuss in today's video. But before we start off, I want to tell you guys that today is a very important day to sign up to PrimeSPT using my referral link and my promo codes. Both of them can be found in the description. If you use the promo code GURU7, you get 7% deposit bonus, and if you use GURU25, you get a 25% discount on your trading fees. Very good exchange. You can trade both Bitcoin, Ethereum, commodities, indices, and also Forex. Very good and reliable exchange. I love it so far since I've started using it, especially for Forex and indices. So I can definitely recommend you to use PrimeSPT using my referral link. Now guys, let's dive into Bitcoin, because we can see that Bitcoin has seen a pretty harsh dump towards the downside. What is pretty crazy to see is that Bitcoin is still trading around $22,388, but people are treating this dump like we are going to new lows, which is kind of crazy to me. Because if we first of all just switch on the two indicators that I love to use to determine my bias on Bitcoin, we can see that the stochastic RSI on the daily time frame is looking for a potential bottom. And on the regular RSI, Bitcoin is slowly but surely starting to create a hidden bullish divergence. This is far from confirmed yet, but we can already see signs of potential hidden bullish divergences being developed on the Bitcoin price. We need some more daily candle closes holding above these daily candle closes, but if they occur, we are seeing a hidden bullish divergence being developed on the Bitcoin price, which is a very strong indication for a potential bounce. So definitely keep an eye on these two indicators, and to me, they are signaling right now that I don't want to be looking for shorts, but I would prefer to look for longs. Also because the trend towards the upside is still valid. We have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, in which you can see that this higher high was already weakening. So you could see that the trend was weakening. And right now Bitcoin is finding some liquidity, is finding some orders potentially towards the downside. And as long as it holds on to this higher low over here, I am expecting higher prices for the Bitcoin price. So I'm not like most of the people that you see right now on Twitter, on Discords, that are very, very bearish. In my opinion, as long as this daily trend is still towards the upside, I don't think you want to be looking for shorts, especially since also the indicators on the 4-hourly time frame are signaling potential signs of a bottom. So we switch on the stochastic RSI and the regular RSI. We can see that the regular RSI is looking almost oversold, which hasn't been happening very often during this move towards the upside. Only one time it has been oversold, which was over here, and that was the local bottom before we saw another big move towards the upside, as you can see. Also the stochastic RSI on the 4-hourly time frame, after putting in a double top, right now it is slowly but surely becoming a new bottom. To me, these two indicators are very important for me to determine my daily bias, to determine my intraday bias, and both of them are currently signaling that I don't want to be looking for shorts, especially since we are near very strong support, and that I would prefer to look for longs. Because as I always tell you guys, you don't want to be looking for shorts near support, just as you don't want to be looking for longs near resistance, right? But currently we are oversold and we are near support, so this is in my opinion not the time to start looking for shorts. On the daily time frame, we can also see that if we switch on the EMAs, that Bitcoin is currently close to once again retesting the 200 EMA on the daily time frame, which is a very, very important EMA for the Bitcoin price, in which we also bounced from that EMA the previous time before we saw this big run towards the upside. So definitely keep an eye on that EMA, which is pretty close currently. Okay, So Bitcoin is not even looking too bad if you ask me. I think we are currently retesting this big daily demand area. As you can see over here, we have a small tap into it. I do think that we could get another sweep of the low that we put in overnight, right? So a lot of stop losses of the people that are starting to long over here are putting their stop loss below this low, so we might get another sweep. If we do get that sweep, that is where shit starts to become interesting. If you do get that sweep, and then, for example, we have our lower high over here, you want to wait for a sweep, wait for a break of structure of that lower high, like this, and you want to see momentum with the break of structure. And if that occurs, you can start looking for a long position on the higher low before sending it towards the upside. This is currently my preferred scenario on Bitcoin. If this occurs, a lot of altcoins will look pretty similar. And if those altcoins put in a similar structure in which we get a sweep of that first low that we put in overnight, a bounce with momentum, you can start looking for long positions on the higher low. Right? So in my opinion, you want to wait for a sign of strength before you start looking for long positions, especially on altcoins. Okay? For Ethereum, guys, looking a little stronger maybe even compared to Bitcoin, because Ethereum has already been in this consolidation phase for a very long period of time. So we can see it has been consolidating since the 15th of January, guys. So that is almost 2 months. We are close of 2 months of being in a consolidation phase. And right now, Ethereum is close to retesting that range low. So we can see big support, big support, big support, and currently it is close to that range low area once again. And I don't think you ever want to be looking for a short position when a coin is near its range low. You want to be looking for shorts when it's near strong resistance. You don't want to be looking for shorts when it is this oversold and when it is this close to support. What we are potentially seeing on Ethereum is pretty interesting, because we are seeing a potential high time frame 3 drive pattern. So we have our first sweep over here, and now we are seeing our second high time frame sweep over here. Okay. Also intraday we were seeing a 3 drive pattern over here, and the 3 drive pattern resulted in some kind of a bounce. But the bounce wasn't strong enough, we couldn't break structure over here, we only put in an equal high. But if we remove these 2 sweeps, we can see that the high time frame is also creating some kind of a 3 drive pattern. Okay, so we have our first drive over here, second drive over here, and potentially we are creating the third drive, which is currently very, very close towards this big demand area, towards this current range low area for Ethereum. So definitely keep an eye on Ethereum as well. I do think that this is a pretty clean range. If we take a look at the fixed range volume profile of this range, we can also see that we got rejected near that value area high over here multiple times. And right now we are near that value area low, which is over here. So we saw a bounce from the value area low over here, fake out. And right now, if it holds onto the value area low, you can already expect a bounce towards the upside. My preferred scenario though is just as for Bitcoin. I want to see a sweep of the low that we put in overnight. If we do get that sweep, you can start looking for long positions near this range low. If you get the right reaction of that range low, if you see some signs of strength, that is where you want to start engaging with potential long positions. Let's take a look at the indicators for Ethereum. So let's switch on the regular RSI and also the stochastic RSI over here. And what can we see? We can see that the regular RSI, which is over here, is creating a potential bullish divergence. So we are forming lower lows on the price action, but we are forming high lows on the RSI. We can also see that the stochastic RSI on the 4-hourly time frame is almost forming a potential bottom. These are 2 big signals to me that you don't want to be looking for shorts. Once again, does that mean that we can't go lower? No, obviously we can go lower. But my current trading system is signaling to me that you don't want to be looking for shorts when it is this oversold, creating bullish divergences, and when it is near very strong support. On the daily time frame, what can we see on the daily time frame? That the regular RSI is potentially also going to form some kind of hidden bullish divergence, right? For that hidden bullish divergence, it needs to continue down a little bit more. So we want to see a lower low on the RSI and a higher low on the price action. If it does start to form a potential hidden bullish divergence, that will be a big buy signal for me for the Ethereum price, because I always tell you guys, trade the range until it breaks. And currently this range is very clean on Ethereum. And what I do think is very interesting about this range for Ethereum is that we are potentially within our fourth wave. And these fourth wave are usually very slow and choppy waves. So we have our first wave over here, second wave over here, third wave over here, or over here, whatever you want to call it. And this is potentially being our fourth wave. And that fourth wave usually takes a very long time to develop. You see a lot of choppy and sideways price action before you get that very impulsive last and fifth wave towards the upside. And that is exactly what we are currently seeing. That fourth wave is designed to trap as many traders as possible before starting that final impulse towards the upside. And what are we currently seeing? We are seeing that consolidation phase. We are seeing a lot of trapped traders, a lot of traders that are constantly being stopped out of their position, which is ideal for a potential fourth wave. So as soon as we do get some signs of strength, I do think that we are close to a potential fifth wave for the Ethereum price, in which my first target will be to take out the high over here around $1,788. That is my first target, and my second target will be around $2,000. I do think that is possible for the Ethereum price, but I do want to hold on to this higher low on the daily time frame. If we close a daily candle below this higher low, I do think that we would see lower prices for the Ethereum price. But as long as we hold on to this consolidation range on the daily time frame, I do think Ethereum is good to go. Which is very interesting to also take a look at, guys, is that the funding rates are turning extremely negative on both Bitcoin and especially on altcoins, which means people are in over leveraged positions towards the downside, over leveraged short positions, which is another very big sign to me that you don't want to be looking for short positions, since the majority of the people is already over risked towards the downside. So also keep an eye on that. I think my plans for both Bitcoin and Ethereum are very clear. If you do have any questions after this big update, make sure to join our free Discord, in which we've also started a public trading challenge, in which I will try to trade $100 towards $1,000, in which I will only share 1 out of 4 trades that I share in my VIP channel. So it will be a long and slow road, but it will definitely be possible. All right, if you guys want to join, the link can be found in the description, and you can ask me all the questions you want. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday's video. Ciao, ciao.